Yes, yes, yes. Bounce. Tap your hands, jump, dance, bounce. How many times have you guys been to a inspirational speaker or a team building event or whatever, and the influencer gets up and gets you to jump out of your seat and bounce around and scream and shout and behave like a bit of a hooligan? Don't know about you, but for me, I kind of felt imposter syndrome there. I thought, like, what the hell are we doing? And some people go so far as to say, this is a cult, man. And so we here to ask the main question in today's daily epiphany is, why do motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, why do they make us jump and dance and act like a bunch of crazy tripping teenagers in a club? Yes! 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 Woo! Well, there is actually a science behind this, and they've done studies, and so let's explain basically what is trying to be unraveled here. So basically, mass media basically is full of hype and propaganda, and basically it's very fear-based and very negative, and this floods us all the time. So that affects our thoughts, which flows over to our story we keep telling ourselves. That then affects our state, which is quite heavy, which affects then our physiology. Now, that seems pretty logical, and it's a flow, right? So now what they're trying to do is they understand that you can actually reverse engineer this whole thing. So what they then do is they look at our physiology, and they immediately get us to jump out of our seats, clap our hands, rah, rah, go crazy, and bounce around and play the big doof doof music. And that is to change our physiology, which then immediately disrupts that state, creates a new state, and then with enough repetition affects our story and gets us to a much better inspired state rather than a disempowered state. All right, so let's look at the science behind it. Okay, when they had done tests on people, and with the test it was just basically getting the person to stand in hero pose. Now, hero pose is just standing like your favorite superhero. And if you 90 seconds, within 90 seconds is the time, that's a minute and a half, standing hero pose. Now, if you don't want to do your hands on your hips, and play your theme track, you couldn't do a Johnny Bravo, whatever it is that comes the easiest to you. And you flood yourself in that moment for a minute and a half. This is what tests have shown, that immediately your testosterone levels rise about 30%. Now that's pretty good for confidence and for action taking. The other thing that happens is your serotonin levels also rise. Now your serotonin levels are brilliant because they kind of are a balancing kind of a hormone. They kind of keep you in a more of a state of not euphoric joy, but in more stable, content, satisfied kind of a state. More logical, level-headed, not too bipolar. And very importantly, the hormone that makes us act like a real idiot and immediately makes us do things that we regret just a few seconds later is our cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. That's the thing that makes us, when you lose it, makes us swear like state troopers, which makes us violent, when it makes us say really nasty, unkind things. And those levels drop considerably. So that's basically the science behind why the motivational speakers, inspirational speakers will get you to stand up, jump out of your chair, and get you to bounce around, clap your hands, and go a little bit crazy for a little while. Because they know if they change your physiology, that will in turn change your state of being, which will then affect your story that you tell yourself. So it's all about disrupting that stressed out, disempowered state and getting you to move into a much more empowered, inspired state. So my challenge to you is put it to the test. Next time you really are feeling like you're under a lot of stress, you're in a lot of resistance, you're in a bad state, telling yourself a bad story, and your body physiology is starting to express that, show it, Then put on your rock music, put on your dance music, crank up the volume to 13, and bounce around for a little bit and see the difference that it makes in your life. This is Brad Cunningham of Success Loops, wishing you a fantastic week ahead. Peace out and much love.
The Big Cigar.